back. You watch your morning live. Thank you for staying with us. Now, Carla Lever for Food for Thought, Mark Tatham with Man Up, Nokuzola, Zoe's Bikwana's No Christmas for Us, and Milton Schoor for his script, The Heroine Diaries, are some of the finalists for the Scribe Competition. Scribe is a national competition which provides the opportunity for playwrights to develop their work with various prizes to be won. Officials say these include having a script produced for a professional run, mentorship programs, and all finalists have the invaluable opportunity to engage in feedback sessions with audience members at stage readings of their scripts. To tell us more, we're joined from our Sea Point studios by co-founder of Invaluable Trust, Paul Griffiths. Paul, thank you very much for joining us. And let's maybe get into an obvious question. A lot of our audiences, maybe for the first time this morning, will hear about Scribe. But what was the initial aim of this competition that has changed the lives of many people who've won it?
Right, good morning, Sam, and thank you very much for having me here this morning. The impetus behind setting up the Invaluable Trust was because we wanted to find some kind of platform to support the South African arts. And writers are essentially the starting point for the arts. So providing a platform where we could identify plays that were ready for production, as you stated, writers that were ready for development with mentorship programs, and plays that were needing to go through some kind of process of development in order to be ready for production, seemed like the perfect starting point for nurturing the South African theatre.
Talk to me about the evolution of Scribe, because I think initially it really filled a gap in the market, and especially in terms of development. But over the years, it's grown to encompass so many other things.
Absolutely. I mean, when we first started it, which was 5 years ago, we actually didn't have the range of prizes that there are now. Initially, it was just going to be, let's identify a play that we could then develop for production. Then, through the process of evolution, we suddenly realized that what writers were really wanting, more than anything else, was to have some kind of engagement with actors, directors, and audience members. And that's when we then started to change the format of the competition. And instead of just having a panel of readers read the scripts in isolation and then identify the winner, we started to open up, extend the shortlist, and then have these series of staged readings where you could literally get all the stakeholders in the theatre to actually be part of the process. And writers have said that that is what is invaluable to them. Actually engaging with actors who are possibly speaking their text for the first time, looking and discussing the reactions of the audience, and then understanding the process through which the directors and actors have had to go through to try and extract the information that is in the text that the writers are writing. So it's been a fantastic process for the writers to actually take what is essentially just an idea inside their head, which they then put down on the page, and explore it within the rehearsal room, so to speak.
Paul, the quality of writers, the quality of work being submitted, I mean, Scribe not only, I think, is a platform for an emerging writer, but it's also setting a tone for an industry. Have you seen that kind of melt into other areas of excellence? Are the quality of scripts, the quality of writing, the subject matter getting better?
Absolutely. I mean, when we first started the competition 5 years ago, I think we had something like 8 or 11 scripts that were submitted. We're now having upwards of 30, 40 scripts being submitted. So this is really showing us how many writers are needing some platform to be able to showcase their work. We're then also looking at how the discussion that stimulates the writers is leading to more and more work. So, for example, at the moment we have the Cape Town Fringe Festival on, and I think there are possibly 4 or 5 of the scripts that are now being featured in the Cape Town Fringe Festival that were actually submitted by writers in the early stage of the competition. And then we have writers who have gone through our mentorship program who are then going on to write subsequent plays. And definitely, I think that the minute that the writers begin to engage with various aspects of the industry, the quality of their writing begins to improve. I also notice that writers begin to benefit from watching other people's writing. So suddenly they're extending their references, and that's bound to improve the overall quality of writing.
Paul, thank you very much for joining us from our Cape Town studios. It is an exciting competition. That's co-founder of the Invaluable Trust, Paul Griffiths, speaking to us about Scribe, which is a national competition which provides the opportunity for playwrights to develop their work with various prizes to be won. The finalists for the competition were announced earlier this